Okay, so we can start. Hello everyone, my name is Karoń and I'm a front-end developer at SNOW.DOG. And for today I prepared for you a web accessibility workshop, so Ali workshop. It's a shortcut international, we can use it here. And today I would like to focus on testing, but not really deep testing, but some front-end daily testing that for everybody, for every front-end who work on the website, would like to check some accessibility feature, basic feature even, and could repair it for production from our projects. So let's start. So let's start from the beginning. It was like this time when I was thinking about how to start and how to prepare the workshop for you. I found in my private, among my private repo, some strange repo, this one. I put it public. And if you check it, we can work on, I will show you how it looks like. It's a small repo, yeah? GitHub repository. I add some link that will be useful during workshops. So if you have internet, you can check it, and you can check it basically. So on this repo, I found some message like that it's a aliens website and with some message for humans, and we can try it. So okay, I run the yarn. I run the yarn dev, and I check the website. I can show you how it looks like. So I'm make it a little bigger. So I found some website like this. It's like really simple website with some message for humans. You can check also on GitHub. And it's a message that the aliens would like to contact with us and would like to know us better or something like this. And they prepared the website because they found that the web is the main channel of communication between people on the Earth. But they asked for help about web accessibility. So I decided that yes, it's a great idea and a great place to do it. So I decided for this that we will be testing this site and improve it a little bit. So how can we proceed today? We will do some automatic testing with the tools, with the open tools, like some Chrome plugins mainly, and some Chrome DevTools. So how we can proceed technically. So if you have your computers and you would like to play with code, so you can clone the repo and you can insert run yarn dev and look the code and work on it. You can also work with only accessibility testing tools, like a plugin for Chrome, on any website that you would like to test. So your website, some public website, it doesn't matter really. But I recommend you to play with the tools to know how it looks like, know how we can use it, etc. We'll do a little bit the keyboard testing, and at the end, what I think is also very interesting, we'll do some screen reader testing. So we use the screen reader to see how the website looks for people with vision disabilities. So let's go. Automatic testing tools. We have, of course, the DevTools, and inside DevTools, we can find the accessibility tree. So we inspect the page. Who know DevTools? Okay, who use it? Okay, great. Who use audit in DevTools? Okay, and accessibility audit? Okay, so we can check now. Not now, but we have some accessibility tree here. So if you go to the main menu in Elements, and accessibility, we have something like accessibility tools. We can, for example, choose this button, and we see that it's a text, it's click here, it's a link, click here, and we have some additional attributes here about ARIA attributes and the role, accessibility role. Can you see from the screen or some? Okay, so I recommend also to play with code on your computer if it's possible. I'm afraid I cannot do this better, or maybe it's better a little. Okay, so we won't use this accessibility tree a lot because it's only information what is the role and how it looks like for accessibility IPA. So also for different assistive technology. But I can give you some tips how it can be well used. So for example, if you have a table element, yeah, and use it for displaying data, and for example, you would like to do the responsive table. If we know that table isn't so responsive if we have some columns, more than 2, for example. So if we change the display from table cell, table row, etc. to block, the accessibility role and accessibility attribute changes. So we can check here if it's if it's a table 2, if it's display for accessibility IPA table 2, and correct this if the display is different by adding some ARIA roles or ARIA attributes. So it's really useful to checking our node elements on the website. But we have also some interesting tools, like for example, Lighthouse in Chrome DevTools. And I show you how work the accessibility audit there. We can run in our browser also, but we can run also from CLI. And I prefer to use this solution because we have more updated version. We have some sometimes we can, like, the results could be a little bit different, more detailed, etc. So let's check it quickly. If you want to add to your project, if you want to add the Lighthouse globally and run the audit locally, it's a command for add it with the yarn. I'm not sure if my table is a little bit, it's not so visible for you. So it's yarn global add Lighthouse, and the command is also in documentation on GitHub. You can find it. It's like Lighthouse. The URL for our website, for our testing website, it can be also the local host. Only categories accessibility means that we want to run our audit only on accessibility. And view the results. So let's check it on our project. So we have 50% of accessibility features implemented, and we have some detailed information here, like what is the problem, and if we collapse this element, we can check on which nodes elements we have a problem, and how. And also we have some tips like learn more, go and check how we can improve this and how we can correct this error on our side. We have only some information that's additional we have additional items to manually check, because not every accessibility implementation could be checked by automatic testing tools. So we have only the manual testing. I will talk about this a little bit later. And we have also here some information that we can check. And I wouldn't like to focus on Lighthouse, because I think that there are better tools for checking accessibility than this one. So, but I would like to compare for you. So we have like 50%. We show that we don't have some alt attributes on the images. The color contrast is something that's not satisfactory. There is no lang attributes on the HTML doc. And there is some problem with viewports, so it's no scalable. Okay, so let's check the other one. What we have more? We have like Wave, and it's a Chrome plugin, Wave evaluation tool. You can just go to the website, Google like Wave evaluation tool, and add it to the plugin for Chrome. And it's really interesting, and I show you why. And it's I like the usage here. So we shut down our DevTools for a moment. And when you install the wave evaluation tool, you have a little VW here. So let's test it. And we see something like this. First of all, we see also on the elements on the website, we have where we have a problem here. We can also check that we have 3 errors, 6 alerts, and some additional information. Let's check the details. So in here, oh, it's not good that it's on this side. So in here we see that we have 2 missing text for images, the lang attributes like in Lighthouse. We have some problem with headings. It's like skipped heading level, suspicious link. That could be also interesting. And this on yellow, it's at alerts. So this is errors that definitely we should correct now. And this is alerts, so we should check it because the accessibility tools, automatic accessibility tools, doesn't know if it's really the bug or incorrect implementation of, or it's some feature that we need and we need implemented in this way. And we have also the feature. So there is an alternative text for an element. What is interesting, we can click on this element, for example here, and it shows us that something at the skipped heading level. So we see that here is the H1, and here it's H3. Moreover, we can work with code. We see also in the code where the bugs are. And it's really useful, and it's really easy to find the places where the errors are, where the errors occurs. So I really recommend it to check, to view your website and to see where we have a problem. Also, the really good automatic testing tools, it's Axe. Also Chrome plugins. We have 2, Axe Coconut and Axe Core, so the base one. And Axe is a company really focused on accessibility, and they do a lot of tools, a lot of also articles about web accessibility, about implementation, etc. So I recommend to check it. And also these 2 plugins are really similar, but the Coconut one, it's like they treat it more experimental. So they're adding some feature that they testing and they try how to work it and how we can use it. So let's test our website with these tools. It runs within DevTools, so we can open DevTools once again. And here on the main menu, just checking all of the position here, we have Axe Coconut. I'll use this one. So we have like window there, and we start analyzing. I try to make it a little bigger. It's better a little bit. You see well? Okay, great. So we also have some feature. We have 15 issues here. And we can filter, because all issue is 15, violation is 6, needs review 4, and best practice is 5. And what's interesting, we will see all of them. We have, on the beginning, element must have sufficient color contrast, and it's 1 of 4, and we see that it's a footer. We can turn on the highlight, so we see immediately where the element with the problem is. And we can check here how it looks like. And what's interesting about the color contrast, we know there is an issue. I know that as a developer, you don't have so influence at this, because there's the designer's role to design it properly, also the color contrast on our website. But we can check it and, for example, I know, change the project, if you can. Or, for example, go to designer and tell him to change the colors because the contrast is not satisfactory. We have some elements with this, like the second one, so the text in the footer. And we have also the problem with this one. Why? It's visible and it's white text on the black background, and it's okay, but Okay, and its element background's color could not be determined because element contains an image node. So this tool, it knows that in the background is an image, not like color, and it's tell us that it's not that the colors it's not not one but some others, and tell us to check it if it's okay. And it's right because this element it's not okay. We don't see all of the text. And how we can change or check the color contrast? Here we can like stop highlighting, but we have also the inspect node. If we click on this element, we see immediately on the DevTools, we can inspect it and check the color. And for example here, we can click on the color, and the contrast is okay, yeah? But the contrast is on the black background, because we see here that it's okay. It's okay for WCAG AA level and the AAA level. But when we check it like that, with this little tool, we go there, we check, for example, here, because this text is on this background, yeah? So the contrast change. And in this way, we can really good checking the contrast color on the text, on the images. So we have different, we know that we should change something this. We, of course, can do it in a different way. We can change the picture, we can change the position of the picture, or the position of the text, etc., etc. But I would like to show you also how this color contrast looks in Wave. If we go here, we have a problem, two problems with color contrast. And this tool, the Wave tools, they don't detect the image issue, only the text issue on some background color. And we can change here that we have foreground color white and background color green, this green. So if we change this one for black, yeah, it will be okay, it passed. So we know what we should do really. And using, for example, coconuts and this tool, we can check it like I showed you in one moment before. Let's back to the coconut. We have the results all the time, yeah? Sorry, it's not this one. I go to the next to the footer element. Okay. Now I'm searching the color for the foreground element, so for the text. I check the contrast, and I change the color for black. So we see that color contrast now is okay, and we will know what we should do. So it's depending on you which tool do you prefer. I used both. I check in one and in the other one, and for me it's the best way to eliminate all of the accessibility issue in my project. Okay, let's go. Let's back to the coconut and see quickly what problems do we have here also. So we have the lang attribute, which is missing. We have the image must have alternative text, so we see it in a Lighthouse and in Wave tool. Also, zooming and scaling must not be disabled. So it's the problem that we see also in the Lighthouse tool, that it's something wrong with viewport, and is this text that is not good. So we like disable a possibility to change the to zooming by a user. And we have like this element should not be used on the meta tag viewport. So like heading should only increase by 1. So it's the same issue like we see. We have also like the page must have one main landmark. And we have some, okay, it's a HTML element, so there's no landmark here. And here also we have some more elements. That means that all these elements that no included, no show inside some landmark. What does landmark mean? So it's like main elements, HTML5 elements, header, main, footer, aside, and I feel form is also the landmark. It's a main. It's like a fragment of the page, parts of the page that serve also for the people, for the users, for navigation. So, for example, using accessibility assistive technology, you can, for example, choose that you want to review the landmark on the page and go immediately to the main page, for the main part, not only, or for example, to see the footer because you want to check some links or maybe some contacts or something like that. So it's really nice to implement it here. We'll be talking about a little bit later also. Hidden content on the page cannot be analyzed. Okay, what hidden element we have here? We can try this. Inspect note. Oh, it's some, oh, so I suppose it's a menu, but for mobile, yes it is. And we can decide, okay, it's hidden element, but it should be hidden, yeah? It's something changed, no, it's something, why? So it doesn't work like that, okay. We go back here and we can check here that it's not an issue. We control it and save, and this issue should disappear. And no, maybe I should, maybe it's the wave condition. Okay, I run one again, sorry. Okay, and disappear. We have one issue less. And also, it's I think it's some new element because I saw it like for some days, really, that it's that the orientation is locked. So we had in the CSS some styles for portrait and landscape orientation. In this, it's not the case, so we can skip this issue and mark it like not important. Okay, so there are the three main tools that we can use to do some quick review for accessibility. It takes like 10 minutes sometimes in the simple website. Of course, that with Magento project, we should check every page, like the product page, category page, home page, etc., and it takes a little bit more time. But you have the answers here, and you really can use these tools to see how we can improve this and learn accessibility in the meanwhile. So I really recommend those tools. And we can do some compare for these tools now. We had like Lighthouse, 50% of accessibility implementation, 6 errors. We have like Wave, 5 errors, 6 alerts, so the 11 issue. Axe Coconut, so 14 errors. And Axe, which I've tested before, we don't have much time, so I prefer to skip it. It's like 13 errors, so it's this experimental one less. So we have like the winner, and the winner is Axe. And in my opinion, it's the best that I found now from the accessibility plugin. So I recommend to use it. What's now? What's really useful also to have some checklists, like you can run the accessibility automatic tools, see the issue, repair it, but we know that accessibility is not really easy. So we have to do some manual work to check the other issue because it's not possible to check everything automatically. And there are some checklists on the web that we can use for it. So the first one, I think, is really, really nice and really strong about the information, etc., etc. It's like WebAIM WCAG 2 checklist. This link is on the repo on GitHub, so you can check it also now or later. I would like to just show you how it looks like. It has parts like in WCAG. It's really detailed description about the WCAG levels and the WCAG implementation. So it's like more for professional audit too, if you want to check detailed information, and also really detailed description how we could implement each point. So it's a little bit long, and I'm sure that not all of this issue will be useful for you during the working, because for me, for example, for this website, I don't use, for example, any audio or video elements on this side, so like this part is not useful for me. But I can skip it and checking the rest. But it's long, okay, I know it's maybe not so so easy to use and so nice to use. But we have also Ali project. This list is simpler, but it's a basic one. We can check all this implementation, read how it looks like, and correct point by point. Media, if we don't use it, we can skip and go to the color contrast, etc., etc. Oh yeah. Distant type of color blindness also. So it's like working with color contrast if it's good. So version for different color blindness is also okay. So it's not the point. And the last one, it's our like we can say personal project. So it's a Nuxt application that me and my friend from SNOW.DOG, Shafran, which is here, and thanks for helping. We just built the Nuxt application because we are the front-end developers, want to know some different technologies. So we created something that is really useful, and it's online. Sorry, in presentation I have wrong link. So it should be this one. On GitHub repo, the link is proper, so we can use it and check it. It's for now it's not yet open source, so we didn't put it on GitHub, the code, but it will. But we are working on it, and it's a developer stage, so we will add some feature and evaluate some functionality here. So it will be open source, but you can for now you can just use it for working, and it's really great. So this is the main page, it's okay. What about the audit? We can create the audit, just put some titles, okay, Alliance, let's do it. Authors, it's like maybe SNOW.DOG, okay, maybe some date. URL, it's localhost, for now it is. And some contacts, can be contact for me, it's my Twitter handle. Okay, let's start it. So when we start the audit, we can just export it to the CS file and export it to the PDF, what is really useful when we are working, for example, on the bigger project, and we won't do it everything immediately. And we have also some checklist, but with implementation. In the description, you find some additional text, so which elements we should check, and which issue we should check to correct and to implement correctly this whole part. So part like general visibility, sizes, spacing. And we can like check mark if it's failed and partial success, and it's like for review. So for example, the client asks you to check accessibility on your website, so you do review. You don't do the work to immediately correct the issue, but just to check what's the issue and, for example, how long the work should take on it. We can mark some comments. So for example, here I can mark that on this website, here we have the font is not okay because it's too small, for example. And I write, okay, font too small. Okay, on elements here, color contrast. We can check, we see that links in the footer, and the footer should be black. So if we know the solution, you can mark it immediately here. It will be easier if we, for example, pass this report, this little report to our project manager, to our the other developer who will be working on it, etc. So we have some lists about the links, HTML document, semantic attributes. So I recommend I won't be show you every of it because you can use it later, read in focus, etc. Some responsive design, headings, focus, icons, skip navigation links. Via ARIA attributes, so it's also like checking if we had proper VARIA attributes on elements which is need, for example, collapsible elements like hidden elements, etc. Keyboard support, so it's checking if our application is also, it also can be navigated using only keyboard, and screen reader support, also important because, in my opinion, the really accessibility review should have this point, because without this, we really don't know how the people with impairments get the content of our website. So I recommend to test it, to check it, and maybe if you would like to use it. Any feedback from you will be well seen from us. So please mark from the content that I put to me, from the content that I put on the presentation. It's not a problem. Let's back to the presentation. Yeah. And it's a beta version, but we're really happy and would like to celebrate a little bit today because of it. It's our really first online show, we can say. Thank you. So, and the next one. So the last testing, and in my opinion, the most important in the end, screen readers. We have for today, I recommend for you the Chromebox because it's easy and you can use it on every browser and on every system. Sorry, not every browser because a Chrome browser, but on every system. It's not the system screen reader. Like for example, I use the VoiceOver to checking my websites. It's obviously that on the Windows you can't use VoiceOver, for example. There's especially screen readers for Windows. There's others also for Linux, and there's also for Mac. So if you work on Mac and you would like to check it, just check the VoiceOver because it's a really good tool. In some opinion, the VoiceOver is the best for accessibility, for vision impairment, etc. I don't know. I can see, so I don't use it daily and for my work, so it's hard to say for me. But I recommend you, and I invite you to use the Chromebox. It's also the plugin, and I will show you how it works. So you can just add it to Chrome, and when we go to our website here, we go to the extension, More Tools extension.
Chromebox spoken feedback is ready.
Okay, I have some, the speed of my DevTools, it's okay, not this one. What's important? The modification key. So for Chromebox, it's to use and to navigate with screen readers. We use these two keys, push with some navigation key, like for example arrows. So if you would like to navigate just through every element on the page, use these two keys and arrows to check it.
Window AM11 My Website tab. http://
Sorry.
2080/10th of September 2008. AM11 My Website tab.
Thank you.
List with free items. Homepage. Visited link list item.
Okay, I'll try to slow him down a little bit.
Rate 42%. Rate 40%. Rate 38%. Rate 35%. Rate 30%. Rate 31%. Rate 29%.
Yeah, it's more understandable for you. Yeah, it's better. Okay.
About us. Visited link list item. Contact. Visited link list item. UFO 320 image.
Okay, it's some image here with no alt attribute that we see the URL, the path.
We are coming ellipsis. Heading 1. Hi Earthman, how are you? Heading 3. We would like to meet you, guys. Heading 2. Dear humans, we are beings from other galaxy and we have been exploring your world for a while. You're really interesting. We should introduce ourselves, but it's quite difficult. Let's say that we are a little like your quote-I-quote number, imaginary unit. You can call us just quote aliens quote. We like this expression. Pound lol. More about us you can find here. Visited link. What's all about ellipsis? Heading 4.
Etc., etc. And in that way, we can see how the people who don't see the screen get the content of our page. And these people really use the speed like this.
Rate 46%. We would like to contact you and maybe, in the future, visit your beautiful planet.
I know that for you maybe it's difficult, but it's easy to use for it. After I know a couple of days that using screen readers, even watching that, it's easier because I know I was checking Magento projects, so I had a long list of links, for example, in the menu that I cannot skip because the skip link is not implemented by default. So I just do the speed quicker. I just make this speed quicker and quicker and quicker because I don't have time to hear it one time again and again and again. So it's really better and you can get used to it easily. But it's just a preference of time. And with the Chromebox, okay, I show you now the Chromebox, the voiceover. Okay, thank you very much for now. And also, when you want to, for example, stop him or her talking, just play Control key. It's not turn on the screen reader, but stop talking them. It's sometimes useful because they really like to talk. So, if you want to open the voiceover, it's Command and F5.
Voiceover on Chrome. Aliens up 1 1. Y website. Window. Aliens up 1 1. Y website. Web content has keyboard focus. You are currently on web content. To enter the web area, press Control, Option, Shift, down arrow.
So we really know what we should do here to navigate, because we have text written on the web, on the screen. I know it's not well seen now on the black background, but normally on the screen, if you see, you can just read it. So, for example, it's useful for the people with low vision who use the screen reader to help, but if they want to check something, they take, for example, they do a lot of zoom, or they take a magnification glass and trying to read some elements. And with this button, it's like press Control Option Shift down arrow. So Control Option Shift down arrow.
Visited link image. Alien's head with big eyes.
And we are in the web content.
Hey.
Okay, sorry.
List 3 items. You are currently on a list inside of web content. Visited link. Visited link. About US. 2 of 3. Visited link. Contact. 3 of 3. End of list. /UFO 320 JPG image. You are heading level 1. We are coming. You are currently on a heading level 3. Hi Earthman. How are you? You are currently on a heading level 3 inside of web content. To exit this web area, press Control, Option, Shift, up arrow.
Okay, what's interesting also, we can, for example, like I mentioned before, use the headings or use the landmarks to navigate through this website. So if you push this Control key option, so the voiceover options like Control and Option, and
voiceover help menu 6 items.
We have the help menu, and we can
online
navigate.
Help control option, question.
We can navigate using keyboard here and check some
commands.
Commands
help menu control
help.
option, HH.
Okay.
Commands help menu 14 items.
So
you are currently in a voiceover menu.
Okay. So navigate through these elements which are available for us, etc., etc. So it's really useful. And what's also interesting,
Heading level 3. Hi Earthman, how are you?
Okay, thanks. And now when we press Control Option and U,
no items in web spots menu.
We have some web spots. So this is the panel of different navigation that we can have here.
Auto web spots menu.
It's like web spot available off this page. We have some visited link, some image with no name, just the link. So just the image, the file name with extension. We have some heading. Yeah.
Windows spots menu. Links menu.
We have links here, what's also because some people just want to know what are the links on the page, like checking the menu or checking where they can go further, etc.
Headings menu.
We have headings with the level. Look, we have, this is the skipping level heading that we have. We have 1, 3, 2, 4, 4, 1, 3, 3. And it should be like the table of content on our website. So we should know that we have. It's like you have the document in the PDF, and it's really long, like a Magento project, for example, and it's really long, and you would like to check what you have the possibility to check. So, for example, you have the product page, category page, and on the category page you have some filters. But which filters? You can also add the additional headings or web spots to show that they're available. You have some grid or maybe list, or maybe some additional sorting order, etc. So this all of this feature can be listed in here.
No items in web spots menu. Auto web spots menu.
Okay, and this is our web spots available for this one, for this site for now.
Heading level 3. Hi Earthman, how are you?
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Keynote.
So I turn,
MMPL. You are currently on a layout item. Voiceover off.
I turn voiceover off. And now I have a question for you, and it's a little bit depends on you what we are doing next. Do you want to try the screen readers on your computers, maybe? Do you want to try how to do it and spend 5 minutes on exercising it? Who would like to? Maybe raise your hands who would like to really exercise. Okay, so you go next. Code and repair. So we don't have time to play with code, to write it down now, and to correct every element that we show with the automatic testing tools and with our screen readers. So I do it by myself in the repository on the GitHub, and I can show you the effect. Here we have the Lighthouse file. It's the repo in Git Kraken. Here we have the localhost report, review check. So it's the file from Lighthouse that we see in the browser. You can just, okay, I will stash it for a moment. Okay, and I prepare the branch, MM18PL. I switch to this branch on our code, and here I make also the tags to show you how the code is corrected and which changes I made to correct this. For example, I put some styles to correct some, it's important, I put some styles also to correct the spacing issue. In the next level, I also correct the color contrast. I added the alt attribute text for images. I correct the links. So I check also the suspicious link that we have. And what is important, why they are so suspicious. So first of all, okay, I'm not switch the branches. So okay, so we do it in the other way. I switch for develop for a moment to show you the old one. Not corrected. Okay, we have like, for example, here. So when somebody check the links with screen readers or some other assistive technology, they just hear here, visited link. Okay, and we really don't know where the link leads. So it's the first suspicious link, and the other suspicious link was also with the, I think, click here. Okay, click here is also like the text that we don't like because it's like, it doesn't tell us anything really. But the suspicious of this link, it's not only the text, but it's the same link, for example, like this one. So it's like how about us page, and it's lead us to, oh no, it's lead us to the contact page, so it's even worse. Okay. This lead us to the to the about us page. Okay, so I know it's a suspicion. This leads us to the contact page, and this one also leads us to the contact page. So we have link which is doubled, and the wave tools know and remark that, okay, it was the same link, and maybe it's something wrong that the same link appear in the, like, so close to each other. Yes, if you want, so if you have any questions to Allianz about the communication, etc., you should write on my email, SNOW.DOG, because they take my message box. I have no comment for it for now. But let's check the repaired code. So we switch to this MM18PL and branch. What we have tested here, I add the lang attribute to the HTML document. I add some semantic. It's maybe, I show you at the end how it looks like. I remove from the viewport this element that no user scalable, that the users can do the zooming easily. I correct the headings order, so I switch the I change the H3 to H2, for example, and I show you also in a moment. I correct the focus, so the focus should be visible. And I add, also the skip nav link, so skip navigation link, and I add some keyboard support for our hidden menu, mobile menu. So let's check it. I run it one again. Okay, and we see that it's a little bit bigger now than it was before. It's okay. Now it's no zoom, no at all. Okay, the text is here. It's broken like that. Maybe it's not so, maybe not. It's not beautiful, but it's visible. We have better text for the link. Not click here, like find out more about us, visit our about us page, and contact us. Now, when we use keyboard on this side, we have also skipped the main content link. And we are on the H1. We have better focus now. I use only keyboard now. My all screen readers and are disabled. And we can't move with keyboard to this on these links that are available. So all focusable elements on the website, yeah? And also the focus is a little bit corrected, like I added some shadows to be a little bit, okay, it's not well seen here, but okay. And in the first, when I tested the Chromevox, it was like a big element. I put it also to get only to logo details. Okay, and let's check for now, for example, with VoiceOver.
VoiceOver on Chrome. Aliens up. 1. Y website. Window. Visited. Link. Image. Logo image. Alien's head with big eyes. Has keyboard focus.
Okay.
You are currently on a link. To click this link, press Control, Option, Space.
Okay.
Skip to main content. Button. You are currently on a button. To click this button, press Control, Option, Space.
Control, Option, Space.
Heading level 1. We are coming. Main 3 items. You are currently on a heading level 1. Heading level 2. Hi Earthman. How are you?
We can
heading level 1.
Go
we
back.
Are coming. You are currently on.
We can go back to the navigation to check if it's working now.
Alien figure approaching. Main 3 item. End of banner. End of navigation. End of list. Visited. Visit. List 3. Navigation 1. Visited. Link. Image. Logo image. Alien's head with big eyes. You are currently on a link. To click this link, press Control, Option, Space.
So we have all of information about logo. It's a link. It leads to the home page, and inside is the image who represent the aliens with big eyes. We know everything.
Navigation 1 item. You are currently in a navigation.
We have navigation, not only the list, like we had before.
List 3 items. You are visited, link, homepage, 1 of 3. You are visited, link, about US, 2 of 3. You are currently on a link. To click this link, press Control, Option, Space.
We can navigate also, use the keyboard and go to the other page.
Visited, link, contact, 3 of 3. You are currently on a link. To click this link, press Control, Option, Space. End of list. End of navigation. End of banner. You are currently on a banner inside of web content. To exit this web area, press Control, Option, Shift, up arrow.
What is banner? Banner is a header that I implemented. It's that landmark that
Menu, 11 items.
Okay, please, no.
Inspect.
No. Okay, I can turn it on now. Wait. Maybe this now. Okay, yeah. I would like to show you. We have here. You have header element with role banner. So we don't have to use the both, like the HTML5 element and ARIA role, because it's ARIA role. But I would like to show you that we can use both. For example, for legacy browser, like because Internet Explorer, it's not 11 version 11. It's not really good with HTML5 landmarks, so it's good to add this role for older browser. We have this one. We have main landmark. We also have the section here with the picture and container. We have also this main. It's in the container, okay? And we have a side element with the complementary role. So it's for our sidebar. We have also the footer with content info role. So, and I would like to also show you the role for this element, because footer, header, and main, I suppose that you know these elements, and I hope that you use it in the code. But you can also add some additional roles. So we can read our page now with the screen reader. Check this. We have some black text on the green background and such. So it's really, we can say it's really nice. Let's check it. Check it first of all with Lighthouse. Yay, we have 100% of accessibility implementation. It's a really good score, but it's only Lighthouse. I know I like DevTools. I use it all day and all the time with all my projects, but let's check the other one. Let's check the wave evaluation tool. So we have, zero errors, it's okay. 2 alerts. I checked these alerts for you. It's like redundant link. So it's homepage, and it's because it's only a slash, because it should lead to the homepage, so it's slash in my case. So okay, I treat this alert like only alert, and I think it's okay. And the other one? Visit About Us page. Why? The text is correct. It's the issue that I changed it for About Us, so I correct also the URL. But this nearby this link, which is also to the About Us page, but I decided that I want 2 links because aliens wanted 2 links. So okay, I left like that. And 1 link we have there, 1 link we have in the sidebar, in the side element. So I decided it's okay, it's not the issue for me and for this site. So we are ready. We have some 2 alternative text for images. 3. I don't know what's in separate way. We have the structural elements like heading here. We have HTML5 and ARIA. So it's also good, like this header elements, main, footer, etc. We have description also, ARIA, etc. So it's quite nice. So let's check Coconut. So Axe. I refresh the page to be sure that it's working okay. Oh, sorry, it's not this way. Analyze. Oh my God, I have 8 issues here. 8 from 14. Remember, it was 14. Okay, let's check it. Let's check it together. So the first one, ARIA laws might be appropriate for the element. What's it all about? It's about role banner. So this tool, for the beginning when I check it, for me it was really strange, and I check it twice, reading some different articles and documentation, and it's allowed. This tool is like for modern browsers, and it's like we should use HTML5 elements or ARIA roles on the attribute. But I tested also with the screen readers, and I've noticed that, for example, in VoiceOver, when we check the landmarks, I will show you. I can show you now. When we check the landmarks, for example, okay.
VoiceOver on Chrome. Aliens up,
Okay,
1, 1.
thanks.
Y website. Window. Aliens up, 1.
Okay, thank.
In Aliens up, 1, 1. Y webs.
Okay.
Auto web spots menu.
Look, now we have some more web spots. We have skip to main content button. We have some image with the alternative text here. We have the headings, the different level of headings.
Window spots menu. Links menu.
We have some links.
Headings menu.
Headings. We see the levels. It's really ordered, better than
Form
before.
controls menu. No items in. Web spot landmarks menu.
And we have landmarks. And we have see these landmarks that implemented with roles and HTML5 elements. So we have banner, like a header, navigation, main, complementary content info. Without the roles, we have only those 4. I don't know why. But maybe my VoiceOver is old, it's not updated. Maybe something is not working, maybe because screen readers also are different and they work a little bit different with the content. But only if I add to the footer that content info role, we see it in the landmark in VoiceOver. So I recommend to use both if we have some problem with the old browsers also. And I decided to leave it like there, even though Axe Coconut plugin tell us that it's not good. So I turn off
No items in. Landmarks menu.
Okay, thank you very much.
You are currently on a banner. VoiceOver off.
Okay, great. So we can back to the Coconut for see the rest of our page. Element must have sufficient color contrast. Well, okay, let's check it. It's the same thing with our heading. But now we can check that it's really visible on every width of our page. It's okay. Maybe it's not beautiful, but it's okay. It's visible, and we don't see white text on the white background. So I can mark that it's okay. I know why it's not sometimes safe and sometimes not. Okay, it's working. Okay, so this one we can, for example, in this error, we cannot mark that it's okay. It's not an error because this tool mark it as an error. So I hope we stay with some 5. Hidden element. Okay, save it, and we can check this even. Okay, let's check it. Refresh the page. It's working? Yeah, it's working. What I've done here, to be like, okay, let's check it with screen reader.
Voiceover on Chrome. Aliens up. 1. Y website. Window. IMG SRC equals. Images alien SVG data. SRC equals. Images a.
It's a little bit hard to test the mobile apps like there because it started to read the DevTools. So I tried doing for you.
Menu. Aliens up. 1. Y website. Web content. You are currently on web content. To enter the web area, press Control in Aliens up. 1. Y website. Web content. Skip to main content. Button. Visited. Link. Image. Logo image. Alien's head with big eyes. Menu. Collapsed. Button. You are currently on a button. To click this button, press Control, Option, Space.
Menu collapse button, that we can collapse this, like, check this button.
Visited, link, homepage, list 3 items. You are currently on a link. To click this link, press Control, Option.
Okay, so what I've done here, I put some ARIA attribute here.
Select an element in the page to inspect it. Toggle.
Sorry.
Okay. Voiceover off.
Okay, it's better now for me. Okay, we have this. I add the ARIA expanded. And when it's open, when it's collapsed, it's ARIA expanded true. When I turned off, it's false. This, it has ARIA hidden set on true when it's hidden, and it's not visible for assistive technology. So we don't have some issue like we start to like menu button, we want to skip and go and review the rest of the page, or we just skipping through the hidden links in the menu that we can really see and can really access. And it's some simple technique, and it's added by JavaScript. So it's when you add some functionality to the button, like this, open the collapsible menu, so you can add some ARIA and change the attribute and some ARIA labels, and it will be okay. Yeah, so it was like the correction that I've done, and I think that this website it's more accessible and not available for everyone. And the audience wanted to have inclusive conversation. I hope they will have. So yes, I think it's all. Yeah, we have our results. Yeah, so on the beginning we had 50%. Now we have 100% according the Lighthouse. We have already checked with screen readers, so we see that it's a little bit better. You can say the images are nearly visible for all the people. And yeah, it's all from my side, and thank you very much. We have 2 minutes for questions if you have some. There's some questions? Okay, so thank you very much. If you have some questions, you can catch me today and tomorrow on the conference, and contact me also by Twitter or by email. Here's the contact. Thanks.